All right. All right. All right. I want to make sure this is set up right because yes, it is. All right. The only problem I'm having now with going live on here, and I mean, it doesn't prevent me from going live, is that haven't figured out how to change the webcam and the settings for the mic. So that's one thing I need to work on. And maybe it's just not possible with going live through YouTube because it's free, so things are limited. But um I'm trying to I'm trying to do multiple things as usual. So I'm eating. So excuse me. This is like a lunch date with Dr. Howard. But I need to make sure I eat because I have a full schedule of meetings today, and I have one in about 40 minutes, and I want to make sure I eat before that, so I'm ready to go. But I wanted to record this video to share a few things. We're going to talk about how to navigate Patreon a little bit, just going over where you can find things so you can best use the site and best access me and kind of get what you're looking for. If you're watching this, thank you for the support. You are the reason I am able to do any of this extra stuff. So everything you see on Patreon, it is only there because of you. Without the support, I wouldn't be able to mail the books out. I wouldn't be able to go live and talk to people. I wouldn't be able to have the templates and resources I have available to you. I would not be able to hire the team to bring all of this to you. So first and foremost, thank you so much. I see you. You are appreciated. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about the new tier that I just added that I'm excited about. Where to find things because I know a lot of people jump on here and they're new to Patreon and it can be very confusing. And then we'll talk about like confidence and mindset things through some of the things I'm addressing and dealing with and how I kind of address and deal with mindset and that kind of thing, right? Because it's an ongoing process. So, first, let's start with where to best find things. And I wonder if I can, yeah, I can view my Patreon as a member. And I think I did share my screen last time. Um okay. So just where to find things because a number of people have asked, "Hey, I'm new to Patreon, where do I find things?" So this might be a little what it looks like from your end when you log into Patreon. It says that I am in viewing as a paid member. It may look a little bit different, but a lot of you join because you're maybe looking for a specific post. sometimes when you join, let's say it was a trigger word from Instagram and it's like, hey, type this word to get the Fiverr template, that link will take you directly to the post if you go back to that link. But if it doesn't, or you can't find that information, if you click collections, I've started to organize things for you so they're easy to find. So here's going to be the live replays. So so I do live sessions quarterly, which are not these are just me freestyling and jumping on a couple times a week. The live session replays are a little more formal. You have to register. We all show up at a certain place at a certain time virtually, and I have like a presentation with full slides and everything, and I go through a process with you. And so the next one is going to be on having 50K months, which is going to be largely about sales funnels and how my sales funnels work and how you can adjust them to work for you. So if you ever miss one of those live sessions, they'll be in here. Here is the IG challenge that we did with updates along the way. So we already did the IG challenge, but if you want to go back and see how it worked and kind of do it on your own, this collects all of those posts. Here I started the Creative Flower podcast. It's going to be various things for creative entrepreneurs just trying to follow their dreams and build. And so the first few episodes are actually going to be episodes from the people that wrote chapters in my Why Wakanda Matters book, kind of them going deep into their particular chapter. So it's kind of cool. There's only one episode in there as of now. Here, a lot of you have come here to get my Fiverr gigs and the templates and resources around that. So here is where you can find that, and there's a PDF and Word document of the gigs that I use on Fiverr, the editors that I use, and kind of samples of some of the emails that I send to pitch myself. And so I'd say collections is the best place to start if you're trying to find specific things. Here's the live stream. So like what I'm doing right now, this will get placed in the live streams collection. So these collections are going to grow as I continue to organize the content to help you find things. The about section is just kind of about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, why I have a Patreon. Old video needs to be updated. And then the home section is just a running stream of everything I post. So unlike Instagram, you all can see my post every time I post without having to like do extra things. And so yeah, this is all of that. And then the community tab over here, I wonder if I'll still be in view as a, yeah, the community tab over here is pretty cool because we have chats organized by topic. So if you want to talk about creating content, come in here. And so this is your ability to talk to other people as well as me. So this is not a Dr. Howard just talk and give advice to you, but everybody can join in and join the party, share your knowledge and insight, talking about funding your business. So I give a list of grants and resources. Shout out to my assistant Madeline who curates that for us all. But if you want to have deeper conversations about getting money for your business, making sales, come in here. This is a general chat where we can talk. This is a tough days chat, which Denny and Virginia, I agree. But I think this is important because we all have tough days. And then you should have a direct messaging option. I don't want you to see people's direct messages to me, but if you want to message me directly. So instead of messaging me on Instagram, this is the best place to message me. I get tons of Instagram messages. And if I click on your message and I don't respond right away, typically it's hard for me to find it later on. You're in this Patreon community so that you can get closer access to me. And Instagram is not the place. So this is the place where you get the benefit of being able better shot at getting me to respond and see your message directly. And the questions that you ask in here, quite frankly, usually become the reasons why I will record a video for everyone so that everybody can learn and enjoy. So this is how you can best navigate Patreon. And I'm probably going to make this video it'll be in live streams, of course, but I might make a collection called Start Here, because I think this will just be helpful to everyone who's joining and who's new, especially considering that I just created a new tier. So let's talk about the new tier, and then we'll talk about confidence and mindset a little bit, because I have some things on my mind that I think everybody can relate to. So the new tier, I'm excited about it. You know, it's one of those things that I've wanted to do for a while, but then I didn't want to rock the boat. You know, all of the mindset things that we tell ourselves when we want to do something new. It's always scary. And so this kind of set in the back of my brain for a while, but I finally got my virtual assistant to start creating a database for all of my Power Your Research content. So the new tier is a dedicated place for my academics and educators and PhDs, those in that space. So my Patreon has traditionally just been for my creatives. Let me motivate you, let me inspire you, let me show you how to level up as I learn, and we can support each other. So this tier is specifically for those PhDs that are on the same journey as the creatives. Everything is really the same. But there's specific, you know, psychographics for those of you who have PhDs and may or may not be faculty members, but you understand that journey. And so this tier is for you. I'm so excited about it. It's hard for me to even talk about it, but in this tier you are going to get a copy of the academic branding book mailed to you. Now, some of my Patreon members who were here a couple months ago already got an autographed copy, so that's cool. It pays to be a member. But when you join that tier, we'll get you a shipping label. We'll get this mailed out to you, no matter where you are in the world. It's the same way I mail my Why Wakanda Matters books. I haven't told Madeline yet that we've added a new tier, so I gotta talk to her once I start getting people in that tier and tell her that we need a separate folder for labels, mailing labels for the academic branding book. But you'll get a copy of that book. And the beautiful thing about this tier is you'll have a copy of this book, and now you can come on here and get live trainings, sessions, all of the support you need to go through the book, because you might read a chapter and you want more, you want to go deeper, you want to hear from me. This is the tier that will do that. Now, yes, I have a Power Your Research full scale high ticket program that lots of people are in. It's thousands of dollars. That's where you actually get the comprehensive Power Your Research program in the correct steps with activities, exercises, etc. And you get one-on-one coaching with me throughout the process. This is not that, but this is a great way, if you're not ready to jump into the high ticket program, to have the academic branding database, which we've created in a Google Drive. There's like 4 folders in there, and you can search. So it might be, hey, how do I start a sales funnel as an academic? You can search for the blog posts that cover that. You can search for even archived master classes that I've done that I don't even share with the public anymore. You can search for specific YouTube videos that teach you how to do things. So without having to go to my YouTube and the channels and all of that, everything is in one place. Even past ebooks that I've created around academic branding will be in there. And the cool thing is, my VA is going to be populating this more and more and more as we go along. So right now, there's lots of great stuff in there. But this is super exciting. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. As you know, everything is an experiment. If people don't like this new tier, it will likely no longer exist. But we'll give it we'll give it some time. So that's a new tier. Um, let's talk a little bit about confidence and mindset, because I have a very specific example. Um, I was working with my creative coach. Um, was it a month ago? And he was looking at my Patreon tiers. You know, asking for feedback. I always want to get better. I always want to increase the subscriptions, that kind of thing. And he's said this to me before. What I'm about to tell you, he's been saying this for years. He's like, it should cost way more money for people to have access to you. And so what he's saying is, here was his advice to me. He said, get rid of the $3 tier completely. And he said, increase the price of the tier. So, as you know, I have a coaching tier where you get a coaching call with me once a month for $50 a month. He wants me to increase that. And I haven't done what he said. And I understand that a lot of times when we price things, it's based on our self-esteem. And sometimes, most times, right, we are pricing things too low. Like my Power Your Research program is thousands of dollars now, but it used to be $300. And I needed a business coach to tell me, like, no, this should be way more. But I had to validate that. So I actually had clients that went through the program and said, hey, this should be 10 times more than what you're charging. And so that's helpful. It's always good to survey your current customers and ask them what they would pay for your thing. It gives you great perspective. But here was my response to him as to my reasoning. And I don't think it's about me undervaluing myself. And here's why. And you guys, listen, feel free to give me feedback. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. But here's why my Patreon tiers are priced the way they are. The coaching call tier that is $50 a month is always capped. Like, I can't really handle more than 8 people. And I agree that that is too low to have a coaching call with me. But the reason why I started this Patreon in the first place is because I want to help people that are on their creative journey but don't know where to go. Right? And I can show them where to go, what to do. And those people typically can't pay $1,000 a month to get coaching calls with me. And if my price point is at $1,000 a month to coach people, they're at a different stage in their entrepreneurship journey. And I don't want to work with those people at that stage. I want to work with people who are blossoming into understanding their worth, who are maybe been trying to do it for a few years and are failing and are frustrated, and they come to me because I like to motivate, inspire, and empower people. And those people can afford $50 a month. Now, it is true that if something remains sold out, you should probably increase the price, because that means people are willing to pay more. So that might be something to think about. But for me, the price is right on for the type of person I'm trying to work with, and having it be sold out, it just, right, it gives people a sense of urgency when there's a spot available. So there's always people coming in. It doesn't mean I'm never going to increase it. And a part of me thinks that I should, but I think it's right. I think it is where it is for the type of people that I want to work with. At the end of the day, it's affordable for those people, and I get to see them grow. I get to see them make their first sale, create their first real sales funnel, that kind of thing. He told me to get rid of the $3 tier. He's probably right. He's probably right. But I don't know. I don't know why I have that $3 tier. It right now it kind of it's sold out. So I said to him, you know what, you're right. But right now the $3 tier is sold out. So it's not available anyway. Right? There's no point to delete it because it's not available. Nobody can join it because it's capped and it's sold out. Again, that is probably a scarcity thing right there. And I've been here before where it's like I used to sell services on Fiverr and I would make like $500 to $600 a month. And even after I started getting large $50,000 contracts from clients, I still was doing that Fiverr service and I shouldn't have been. Like it was taking up time and $500 a month when I had already progressed past that. But it was an emotional connection because Fiverr saved me when I was broke, yo. Fiverr was the first place where I learned how to make some money. $500 a month was so much. Is so much for somebody just starting out who's looking at a bank account of zero. So um this is probably one of those situations where it's just an emotional connection to a $3 tier that probably shouldn't be there. So yeah, those are some of the things I'm thinking through. I do think that the prices that you set are kind of limited, are kind of tied to your self-esteem. But the way I justify the $50 tier is that I have a coaching program that is a high ticket coaching program. So if you want a comprehensive program that's taking you through a process to get you big results, you are going to have to pay thousands of dollars, because the $50 a month tier on Patreon is not a program of steps. It's just people coming to ask their specific questions, and I'm going to give you all the resources and tools to get to the next level each month. It's different. That's different than a high ticket program that is giving you a result. And that is my alarm to get ready for my next call. So hopefully this rant was helpful to somebody out there. And I know talking through it for me is helpful to me. But I would love to hear your thoughts and stuff. What do you think about the pricing tiers? Are they working for you? What would, just in terms of the pricing and tiers, do they seem right to you? Yeah. So that's about it. I'm going to be probably exclusively going live on Patreon now because Instagram is tripping. I'll do lives with other people on Instagram, but just going live and giving information, I'll be doing more and more of that here. Not to say that I'm not ever going to go live on Instagram, but I'm going to kind of scale it back a little bit. So if you're here and you're a paid member, you're in the right place. All right. Hope you have a great day. Hopefully this was helpful. Talk to me in the chat, in the comments.